Hey, Jim Hart back at you here from Hawthorne Law, and today I want to talk to you about the 8 things that you need to do when you're first starting out with your business. Now, this might be a home-based business, that might be something else, but these are the 8 things that you need to do, so pay attention. Let's get to the quick disclaimer. So my name is Jim Hart. I'm the founding attorney here at Hawthorne Law, and I've been putting out videos for the past several years on all things related to starting and building an online business. And we've done everything from LLCs to trademarks to other ways to protect your intellectual property to stupid videos about myself. You can check them out. Anyway, today what I want to talk to you about are the 8 things that you need to do if you're just starting out in business. So you know, maybe you came to this channel because you're worried about an LLC, but today I want to talk about, is this the time to start an LLC? We're going to get right into that here right now. All right, so there's so many people that are out there starting home-based businesses these days, and a lot of them, frankly, are probably doing it wrong. And so today I want to kind of debunk some of the things that you need to think about if you're first starting out with your home-based business. This might be everything from an e-commerce business to, a blog, to a YouTube channel you're starting and hoping to make money from, to a consulting business, to, maybe you were working for a company and then you decided to stop working and you went home and you're trying to figure out something else that you want to do to make money. Whatever it is, today I want to talk to you about taking that idea that you have for that business and what you need to do legally to protect that idea and how to build it into something truly special that can help earn income for you and your family, and so that hopefully you don't have to go back to that 9-to-5 job, because if you're watching this video, chances are you probably don't want to be at that 9-to-5 job if you're already there. Am I right about that? All right, so hold on a second, coffee break. I got a Keurig machine for my business. I don't have a home-based business, I've got a law firm. I love this thing. I got it on sale Black Friday. Boom. All right, so first thing you need to do when you're starting out your business is you have to, I know this is gonna sound stupid, but you have to pick a name for your business. This is the most important thing when you're just getting started. Especially if you're trying to build a brand, you might want to come up with something unique or different. I've used this example before, but the woman that started Spanx, she came up with that name. She did all the things that she needed to do to protect that business name before she actually launched it to the public. So first thing you gotta do before you start protecting the name is you gotta come up with a name. So that's number 1. And when you're starting to think about coming up for a name, one of the things you may want to think about doing is doing a search of all the online platforms to make sure that nobody else is using that name. And so you're going to want to search Google, you're going to search the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office website, you want to do a search on Facebook, you want to do a search on all the social media platforms that are out there, and you want to make sure that the name that you're choosing for your business is actually available so that you can use that name, and then you can start claiming all those properties as well, all those online properties. The other great place you want to check is every state has a Secretary of State. I know you shouldn't be confusing this with the Secretary of State of the United States on a federal level. Every state has a Secretary of State, and that Secretary of State is typically responsible for managing the corporate records for that state. And so you want to check their website. They usually have an online database regardless of what state you're in, and make sure that the name you're choosing is not already taken in that state, in the state where you live, or in the state where you're going to be doing business if you're overseas or something. Assuming that your name is available, you want to go ahead and register as a DBA. That's a doing business as in your state, and the reason you want to do that is so that when it comes time to actually form an LLC or a corporation or something else that you want to do, that name will be reserved and nobody else would have come in and taken it. The other thing you may want to think about doing is filing what's called an intent to use application with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. Now, you can't actually get a trademark until you're actually using the name or the logo or whatever it is in commerce. In other words, that you're selling products with that name. You can't register a trademark until you're doing that. So if at this point, since you're only in the exploratory stage and you're just coming up with a name, you may want to think about, if you came up with something that's really great, you want to go ahead and register that with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, and you're going to file what's called an intent to use application that's going to tell them that you intend to use this name in commerce in the future, and you're basically reserving that name. Number 2, you want to go ahead and open up your business bank account. This is really important because this is how you're going to keep track track of all your business expenses and any income you may earn. At this point, you don't need to go ahead and apply for an employer identification number with the IRS just yet. You can open up this business bank account in your name with the DBA that you're using and just use your own personal Social Security card and just tell the bank you're opening up as a sole proprietorship. So you can go ahead and do that now before you've actually formed an LLC or a corporate entity. And then what you want to do is you want to deposit some of your own personal money into that bank account, and you can use that bank account, then you can get a debit card and you can use that to pay for all the supplies, web properties, get your blog started, whatever you need to do. You can invest in the business personally, and then you can use that money to basically pay for all your startup costs, whatever those might be. You can also use that account to start receiving things like affiliate sales from, Share a Sale or Amazon affiliates, or wherever you might be getting affiliate sales from. You can deposit that money into that account. So that's a great way to do that. Number 3 is you want to go ahead and incorporate your business. Now this you're going to do after you've actually validated your idea, after you're actually starting to earn some revenue from the business. Then at that point you want to go ahead and incorporate the business. And now I do have an awesome video that I will post on the differences between the various legal entities you might want to think about. So check that out after you're done with this video, and that'll help you figure out which corporate entity you want to use, whether it's going to be an LLC, a corporation, or something else, maybe a partnership. All right, number 4, the next thing you want to do is you want to check and make sure you don't have to get any type of special license in your state or the locality where you're living and operating your business. Some states or cities or counties or whatever may require you to get what's called a privilege license or a business license or something like that, or you may have to register in some other way with your local taxing authorities to let them know that you're operating a business. This is especially true if you're operating the business out of your home, and you may just need to do that. Now chances are that's not going to be necessary, but for a lot of people it could be necessary. Like let's say you're doing a coaching business, or you started a gym, or you did something like that. There could be certain health regulations that you would have to follow. For me as a lawyer, I have to apply for a privilege license each year, and that's just part of the cost of doing business. So that's something that you need to do. So you want to make sure that you've complied with all the local rules and statutes and whatever where you live, and make sure you're getting those permits and licenses so that you can actually lawfully run your business. Otherwise, you can get yourself in big trouble. All right, I think I'm on number 4 or 5, I don't remember. I'm kind of losing track here. I misnumbered on my little worksheet, and so the next thing you want to do is make sure that you get your contracts in place. So this is especially important if you're going to be bringing on clients. You want to have a client contract. If you're going to be hiring independent contractors, you want to have a contract for them. If you're going to be doing a web-based service, you want to make sure you have terms and conditions and a privacy policy on your website. If you're going to be having some sort of membership program, you want to make sure you have a contract for that. These are all really important things that you're going to need to incorporate into your business, and so you want to make sure you have these in place. Hint, my DIY legal program will give you access to my membership site that has examples of all these types of contracts in it, and so you may want to check that out. All right, the next step is to purchase adequate insurance. Now, this is something that's really important. It's something that's often overlooked, but it's really not that expensive. When I started my law practice here, I had to get insurance for that, and several types of insurance. I have professional liability insurance. That's the really expensive one. Chances are you won't need. But you can also get what's called an umbrella policy or a general liability policy, and I have that in place also for the building that I'm renting here in case something would happen to that, or in case somebody would come in here and get hurt in this building. I have a $1 million policy. It's not that expensive. It's somewhere between $300 and $400 a year. Really not a big deal, but if you're operating a business where you're going to have people over to, say, your house or someplace else, or you're going to be doing work for them, you want to make sure you have some sort of liability policy in place in case you make a mistake. When you hear about people that are bonded and insured, that's what they mean. They've got a bond, they post a bond in case something bad happens. They're also insured to cover that. Also check and make sure if you have more than 3, in North Carolina, if you have more than 3 full-time employees, you need to get workers' comp insurance. Other states, the requirements may vary, so you want to check that too. If you have full-time employees, if you just have independent contractors, not a big deal, but be careful because the IRS does look at independent contractors very carefully, and if you have somebody as an independent contractor who's actually an employee, the IRS is not going to look too happily on that. So be very careful about that as well. All right, and the last step is start to build your professional team. This is where you're going to start to hire an administrative assistant to help you out with the day-to-day operations of your business. You may want to hire a virtual assistant to help you with your website or your marketing or social media or something like that. You might want to think about hiring a local marketing assistant that can help you put on events, network with other people, and do seminars and things like that to get the word out about what you do. I know a lot of us start out and we really want to build this online business, but chances are you have more than enough business where you are locally. When you start out, tapping into those local networks and doing a lot of prospecting locally is probably the best way to go about at least bringing dollars in the door initially. That's something you want to think about, but then start to build your team. As you get busier and busier, you bring on more clients, you're going to want team members to help you service those clients so that you can do more marketing and bring on even more business. All right, so I hope you liked that video today. If you did, make sure to give us a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down here, I think. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to ring that bell so you get notified whenever we post new videos. We're doing videos about once a week here. It did tail off a little bit during the holiday season, but typically we do videos about once a week. And that's it for today. So hopefully you have a great day, folks. Also, don't forget, leave a comment below if you've got a question or something that you need more clarity on. Please feel free to leave a comment and we'd be happy to answer that. I do try to respond to everybody's comments as quickly as I can. So have a great week, have a great day, and we will talk to you next time. Peace out, folks. Take care. Oh, one other thing, don't forget to download my cheat sheet. Go down in the description, check that out. Also, if you want to check out the DIY Legal, I think there's a link down there for that too. And see you next time. Take care, folks.